I don't know about you, but if you ask me, it's definitely woolly hat season. It's freezing outside. Now, if you haven't done this already, don't panic. Don't worry at all. It's a task in the virtual classroom. It would be good if you were able to give it a go. We created a windsock and a rain gauge, and we've been charting the weather every day. We've been looking at what the sky's like, we've been looking at the wind, and we've been measuring the rain, how much rain has fallen. Now, I've had a request to take this weather topic a little bit further, and I think that's a really good idea. It's a great time of year to do it because we should get a good variety of weather. So here's a map of the UK, and it's showing some temperatures. That tells us how hot or how cold it is. Do you notice something about these numbers? They're negative numbers. They've got a subtract or take away sign in front of them. And so before we can really look at temperature, we have to understand negative numbers. And that's what this video will hopefully do. Now, to start things off, I've got some Numicon out. You know I love some Numicon. And we can quickly and easily count up with Numicon because we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can count back the way as well. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. But I've got a question for you. What's less than 0? I'll tell you, and I'll hopefully show you a little bit too. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Then we get negative 1, or sometimes it's called minus 1. Now, there's lots of different ways to kind of visualise and picture negative numbers, but this is one I like. It's using Numicon. We use this in the classroom quite a lot. And what I've got here is a number line. I've started at the number 4, and you can see these are positive numbers, so they're above 0. So I've got 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Then as we go below 0, these numbers are below it. So we've got minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. And here we go. Now I've got a scale which starts at 5 and goes all the way down to negative 5. Do you want to count it with me? We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Now, to get us used to a number line like that uses positive and negative numbers, there's a fun game we can play. Okay, I've just drawn a line here, and I've got positive 5 here, 0, and then negative 5 at the end of my line. What we're going to do is, I'm going to write numbers at the top, and you have to place them on the line where you think they go. So, for example, if I asked you, could you place the number 3 on the line? Where do you think that would go? I think 3. So it's a positive number, so it's going to be above 0. And 3 is kind of, it's about halfway, isn't it? Between 0 and 5, so I'd say about there, 3. Now you can keep watching and play the game after, or you could pause this video and draw yourself that number line from minus 5 to 0 to 5, and then play along. Your choice. Okay, so whether you're watching or whether you're playing along, let's go for it. Where would you put on this number line number 1? Think, is it a positive or a negative number 1? It's a positive number. It's not got a minus or negative sign in front of it. It's a positive. So between 0 and 5. Well, I know it's 0, 1. So I think maybe about there. Number 1 goes there. Okay. Now, what about minus 1? Think, is that above 0 or below 0? Minus 1. Where would it go? 1, 0, minus 1. I think maybe around about there. It's definitely below 0. Go there. What about 4? Where would number 4 go? 4 is a positive number, isn't it? So it would go on this side. And it's definitely bigger than 3. About 5. So 4 would go in the middle, yeah? 3, 4, 5. Grand. Last one. What about negative 4? Or minus 4? Where would that go? Go on this side of the number line. Whereabouts? Would it go here? What about here? Oh, even closer. Yeah, I think so. We're thinking minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, around about there. I wonder. Yeah, that looks quite good. Now you can extend that game. You could increase the scale of your number line. This is going up to 10 now and all the way down to -10. And if you want a real challenge, you can make yourself a wonky line. So then you're really having to think about, oh, where would it go? I've got -5, 0 and 5 again. Now you might be wondering, okay, I'm getting this, but why are we bothering to learn this? Well, water and weather go hand in hand. Water has so much to do with the weather. And when the temperature is below 0, so it's -1, -2, -3, what happens is things start to freeze. And you can see outside on my grass there's some frost. And that's caused when the temperature goes below 0. So that's why we're learning about negative numbers. Oh, look. Believe it or not, I just caught the weather right now. Can you see how much rain and water there is there? And up come these temperatures. Oh, no negative numbers yet, but we do have a 0, which means maybe by night time it would get a bit colder. Okay, so back to negative numbers. What we're going to do then is try to solve some subtraction problems. That means takeaway problems, which involve negative numbers. And a good way to do this is to draw yourself out a number line with 0 in the middle. Maybe we could go up to 4 and then down to -4. So the first problem I'm going to write here is 3 take away 5. Now to solve this, what I can do is I can find 3 on my number line. Here is 3. And now we're going to take away 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hops. I find that 3 take away 5 is negative or -2. Now I've got another problem. I've got 2 take away 3. So again, for this, I find the number 2 on my number line. Here it is. And then I'm going to count back 3 spaces because we're taking away. 1, 2, 3. And I get to -1. 2 take away 3 is -1 or -1. Sorry, I interrupt this lesson to comfort my dog because the cleaners are outside in our hall. But this is a good time to draw yourself that number line. Pause the video, get a number line that this drawn, and then we'll do some problems together. Okay, you all ready for this? Let's try 1 take away 3. Now remember the strategy. Find the number 1 on your number line and then count back 3 spaces. Might want to pause the video and do it. Here we go, I'll do it then. Found the number 1 here. I'm going to jump back 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1 take away 3 is -2. Okay, bigger problem here. 3 take away 6. So again, come back to the number line, find the number 3, and then jump back 6 spaces. Might want to pause the video again, but I'll go for it. Found the number 3, it's over here. I'm going to jump back 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bunny hops. I get to -3. 3 take away 6, -3. Oh, now here is an interesting sum, an interesting problem. We've got -1 take away 2. So again, come back to your number line. Can you find -1? Here it is. And then we're going to take away 2. We're going to jump back 2 spaces. 1, 2. -1 take away 2 is -3. -3. Now, they were all subtraction problems, but we can also do addition problems. That means adding numbers. So how about this one here? What is this problem? It's -4 add 6. Come back to the number line. What would we do? Well, we'd find -4 over here, and then we would add. We'd jump up the way because we're adding. We'd add 6. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -4 add 6 equals 2. Now, if that made sense, I think we're ready for a wee task. If not, just rewind the video, watch it again. Here we go. I've got 7 problems for you to solve. Now, use the same strategy that we already did. Draw out that number line, do your bunny hops on it, okay? Can you find the answer to these problems? Pause the video and give it a go. Now, provided you have paused the video, I'm now going to show you the answers for these, okay? And you can see how you got on. So are you sure? You've definitely done them? You're not here to cheat, eh? Right, okay, here we go. 3 take away 5 is -2. 5 take away 7 is -2 as well. 0 take away 3, -3 or -3. You can say negative or minus, it doesn't matter. -1 add 4 is 3. -4 add 6 is 2. -3 add 2 is -1. And -1 add 4 is 3. So there we go, guys. Nice wee lesson on negative numbers. Hopefully it made sense. And remember that line game, best with a squiggly line. If you haven't done that already, that's a good one to go back and do and get used to working with those negative numbers. And also, you can maybe look at the weather. You could either Google it, you could try and watch it on the news at lunchtime, ITV, BBC, Sky, whatever you watch, and see, can you spot those negative numbers? And then also start to think, what's the temperature like when it's a negative number on the screen? What's the temperature like when it's a positive number on the screen? Is positive hot or cold? Is negative hot or cold? Little things to investigate there. Well done though for today. Really, really good work. See you later.